Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Piofiore, and we are going to start our we're going to start the last one today! We're starting the story, yes. Skip the opening scene? Yes. Yes. Sorry, Roberto. We're not listening to you again. We are going to skip to Maloo, skip to Maloo, skip to Maloo, skipping through all the prologues. Oh, whoops. Oh, Dante. You beautiful bastard. We're not supposed to say anything to you. Okay. I love you, Dante. Whoops. Why? You think I just recorded a lot of other parts? Like, it's not like it's been weeks since I played this. I think I would know how this works. Okay, so we've already read all this. Dante, I love you. Oh, and Elena. Oh, it's like we're never playing. Like, we haven't played this. We should actually, like, except for it would take us 3 years. It's interesting. We've chosen those other ones. Oh, that's true. We've chosen those other ones, but because the first time we didn't have You'll Have a Happy Life, it acts like we haven't chosen them. But those were the only 2 choices in the first couple of routes, so. I understand why they left. We're going to be skipping a lot. Oh, Henry! No, come back! Henry kind of has hair very similar to Nicola's, I feel like. There's something a little very vastly similar about the floofy. No, I guess it can't be different. I guess intervene. Interesting, we don't observe. Look, hey. Ask a question. Weird. We're choosing all these things. God damn it, I hate you. I mean, technically, I feel like we could skip these because we've already read them all, but... What should I do? Speak to the person. Which we did, and then, hi, oh, look at him, he's beautiful. Oh, of course. Oh, hi. Oh, my beautiful Phantom of the Opera. Give thanks for the day. Okay. Oh. Now we go into Yang. It's funny, like, the walls and, like, everybody else is nice, fancy, and, like, Yang's. The walls in that hallway look, like, ripped to shreds. I don't know if it's maybe because of, like, the wear on the thing. Like, if it's just the effect, but it always looks like the hallway's, like, pretty fucking run down. You're like, Yang, come on. Do better, sweetie. Huh. That's... Hi! I love you! No. Okay, it's a little different. It's just the floofiness. You know what? All their hair is similar if you think about it, kind of, anyway. He's already here? I need to hurry and change. Oh, we get to go on our date. Oh, I'm so excited. Buongiorno, signora. Oh, signore, sorry. Oh, right. I was like, fuck, I forgot his voice. Right, I was thinking that my brain, I was just so excited to see him that I wasn't thinking of the Direttore voice, and I was like, fuck, what voice did I give him? Right. Sorry. It wasn't quite that. I gotta settle into it, because it's been a while since we did his voice. For me. Maybe not for you, but for me it's been a long-ass time, so.
Buongiorno, signorina. You're quite early. I suppose it's normal for life at the church.
In his case, sounding a little too much like Orlok. I'll figure it out, don't worry, sorry. I'm also, like my throat is extremely fucked up right now.
Well, yes, I usually do wake up around this time. I'm sorry, I only noticed you were here when I saw you from my window. My apologies. I seem to have rushed you. It just dawned on me yesterday that I didn't specify a time when I was coming by.
I love you so much.
He's so precious. He's my precious. I love my Phantom.
This game's gonna fucking rip my heart out, and I don't trust games anymore.
Oh, you're right. We just said we'd meet here. Yes, which is why I decided to arrive early. It just so happened I was free this morning. I figured I could pass the time in the backyard and wait for you to come down when you were ready.
I can't do his voice.
Because Lady's Direttore's got a little more flair, but he shouldn't have that much flair when he's being Henry.
Then we'd know, but I guess he's just gonna have that much flair.
Anyway, I didn't expect to be discovered so soon. Thank you, Signorina. Is this a suitable time? If you're available, I'd be happy to set off now. Why, yes, I don't have any morning duties today, and as long as I return by breakfast, it should be fine.
In an hour. I'm just kidding. It's like fucking 2 a.m.
Well then, perhaps we can have a stroll along the shore and enjoy the refreshing morning breeze.
Anything for you, take me away. My Prince Charles, I love him, he's so beautiful. He wears the pretty man. I just like the crazy ones, and he's fucking insane. We already know he's kind of evil, and I don't give a shit. Like, look, we've dated Yang. This is like a step up, okay? Anyway, we dated everyone in the Mafia. This is the same, on par. Anyway,
that sounds wonderful. I accepted his invitation, and we departed the church.
Meanwhile, you still haven't asked his name. Girl, what are you on?
It's so beautiful. The morning sunlight reflected off the ocean's surface like diamonds. A soft breeze blew gently through my hair. Taking a walk in the morning feels so good. It's not very often that I leave the church outside of running errands. That could explain why everything seems so fresh and new. Why don't you leave the church more often? Huh? Well, I couldn't come up with an answer. Come to think of it, I don't think I have a real reason. I suppose it's something I've grown accustomed to since childhood. It seems to me it was a strict upbringing. Do you think? I can't tell myself. I have nothing to compare it to. This life is all I've known. For instance, if there were no such thing as the Mafia here, do you think you could have lived life more freely?
And it's funny because, like, we know his whole thing. Mafia bad! And then it's like, so if, like, the Mafia wasn't here...
Why do you ask? I couldn't help but respond to his unusual query with a question of my own. I didn't think how I lived would change much if the Mafia weren't here. Well, I just thought the general safety of the town might have made a difference.
Look at his sweet face. I don't care if he's gonna get stabby. Look, Yang got stabby, okay? Look, I do not have to justify my trash habits to you, okay? Trying to justify it to myself, but I don't care. He's beautiful and I love him. I loved him ever since I saw him on the cover. Where the hell is this masked fucking I want to date him. And then he was the Phantom of the Casino and like, I love you, I don't care. And then like, come on. It's like, we've been sus from the beginning. I knew. Okay, he's on the cover, but he's not a character, but there's a secret oh, okay. And then there's mention of Henry, and then you can kind of see him in the thing because his face is all scribbled out, which is just probably because they don't want you to know who he is, but you're like, oh, I get it. I can do math. 2 and 2. I got it. I got 12. I'm kidding. We'll put 2 and 2 together, and I got 4, motherfucker. That's the way it's supposed to be. Look, I'm just very excited. This game makes me excited. I don't know. I'm not drinking. I swear I'll be drinking later, but not right now.
I can't even imagine what life here would be like without the Mafia around. Weren't you raised to not go outside of the Arca district because of the Mafia roaming the streets? Well, yes. I'm actually teaching the same thing to the children at the church now. Maybe that's it. Even though I'm older, that thought may still be holding me back. It's odd, considering I can do much more now that I'm an adult. Or maybe I'm just not good at enjoying my freedom to its fullest. And that's why Berlone looks fresher and newer to you now.
I can't do his voice right now, I'm sorry. I suppose. I feel very phlegmy. I don't have allergies, but I have like... It's weird.
He went silent for a bit, then mumbled. Do you like this town? Why, yes. I think it's beautiful. The streets are pretty and the people here are kind. I really do love Berlone. Is there a problem? I was just blinded by the sunlight. Or maybe I was just mesmerized by your beauty.
Such flattery, Signor, and I don't even know your name.
No, I'm quite serious, Signorina. Now then, I'd better get you back to the church.
His real voice is so much better than what I'm doing, I'm just telling you. I know, because, like, I have another mobile game that he voices a character, and it's like, every time I watch, I'm like, trying to picture him in my head, and it's just weird. He's weird.
Oh, we should go before the fishing vessels come back to the shore to open the market. I guess so. Something about his attitude seemed odd to me, but I couldn't bring myself to ask him what it was. Maybe we can meet again sometime.
Maybe you should ask his name! Girl, this is like the dumbest thing she's ever done in this game. Don't run into dark alleys! Runs into dark alleys. Been fucking Gil for months. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. That is nothing compared to, like, you went on a date with this man, but you didn't ask his name. Girl! Politeness 101. Excuse me, what's your name?
If you so wish, I'm sure we can. His words came out like a line in a play.
I mean, he's used to being quite dramatic. Have you seen the mask he wears?
I couldn't tell what he was really thinking. Regardless, we began our walk back to the church.
So glad we got moments with him.
I arrived back just in time for breakfast. I finished my meal quickly before heading to the church.
Okay.
You're right, he is a nice person.
We run into Orlok. Hi, Orlok!
Sup, buddy?
Just keep smiling, just keep smiling. What do? We smile. Sorry, that's later, but I just saw it in the guide as I was scrolling up, so couldn't help but, Oh, I was like, we already read this. It's because it doesn't auto-skip when you go into these. I was like, huh? Weird that line stuck out. Here we go. Just keep smiling.
Hey, Gil. Oliver!
Oliver might be my favorite of the side characters. Like, the side characters that I want to date. Like, I just did not think... Oh. Look, I love all of our main characters, and I'm happy we get to date them. Phantom of the Opera, Phantom of the Casino, sorry, is absolutely a dateable character, so he doesn't count. But, like, out of our side characters, I think Oliver might be my favorite side character. Like, can I date you? Can I marry you? I love you. I love Leo, but I just want to keep him as a pet, right? Like, good boy, Leo! Like, again, he's a puppy. Just get to keep him and love him and take care of him. I'll take him for walks and everything. Let the good times roll. Come on, baby, let the good times roll. That's not how. This is a Gilbert chapter, though. Interesting. Because I was just like, why is it in English? Oh. And then I was like, wait, we've already done this. Interesting. Why am I skipping Meanwhile's story? Questioning, but why am I skipping those? Hold on, I'm curious. Am I in the right? This is the finale one. And we had that. Hold on. It's delicious. We skip those Meanwhile stories. Do we ever go back and do them? Skip Meanwhile story. Chapter 5, we do a save. Save file 2. Hold on a second. I'm confused. Why am I skipping them? Is it because we've already read them? But we've already read all the other ones. Bad Ending 1. Why do I skip these? I'm assuming you skip them because you read them? I want to see something. Hold on a second. Because this is 100% a goddamn... I guess all the chapters in this are different characters. Because this is absolutely it. Meanwhile, start explain, question, beckoning. Hold on. Okay, we skipped them because we've technically already done them. That's the only reason. Alright, that makes sense. I just wanted to know, because, like, you know me, I can't, like... Back. Skip. Okay. Interesting. It's kind of interesting that we are... Is our normal ending, like... Is this the harem route? Because it's not the Henry romantic ending. It's literally, like... We're going through Gil's couple chapters, and then we're going to go through and then we got, like... Oh my god. Is that the finale ending is like the harem route where everybody lives happily ever after? Sure, we're doing literally all the right answers for Gil. This is fucking weird. And we skip those. Fucking weird. This is so weird, and this chapter is a Gil chapter too. Oh! Oh, okay. I have an updated report on the incident at the church and the battle between the Foul Zone and the Lao Shu. I received word from one of the men I snuck into the Lao Shu. Seems the incident was Yang's doing. Supposedly his subordinates didn't hear a thing. And this is Direttore, because this is his fucking office.
It wasn't a surprise that Yang would take a risk like this. But if he had been certain, he would have chosen a more reliable hand. In that case, his purpose was to scope out the situation, to see how the Falzone would react. The Falzone had no choice but to move. For Yang, even if he wasn't able to capture her, he was successful to a certain point.
I looked into the church, but I wasn't able to obtain any information.
It's fine. I'm sure it's because the Falzone are putting on the pressure.
Yes, sir. The Visconti are acting just as you predicted. In regards to Paul Lowe and the military police, seems that everything's going as planned. This son of a bitch. I love him. You shady son of a bitch. My God, you're shadier than Nicola. We know how much I love this shady. Look, this game, they're all a little shady in some way, shape, or form, okay?
Understood. If you find out any more information, please report to me.
La Gazzetta. High-ranking mafioso under arrest. Okay, that's exactly what it said.
Military police lead investigations. Mussolini talks on ruling through force. Fascist party moves to decimate the Mafia. Yes, that's right. From the bottom of my heart, I support your administration. I completely agree, Signor. The Mafia should disappear. They're the scum of this earth. Despite their being untouchable in Sicily until now that we have you, I'm sure. Yes, I would like to see it. I'd love to see it completely purified. Yes, we'll speak soon. I have high hopes for you.
It's like interesting that he feels like he's not... Like, you think Emilio was like puppet stringing, but he is totally puppet stringing. Like, damn! Direttore. Guess what? Gilbert's in jail! Okay. Optional save file 1 here. Oh, because I'm assuming the optional save file is like just for the terminology. Let me scroll down and make sure we're getting that choice. Oh yeah, optional save is just to create the dictionary because we're basically going down Gilbert's fucking route. I'm not going to bother with those. I don't care about the dictionary terms. It's fine. So we're skipping the optional ones. Because I thought I remembered that from Gills, and it is. It's really interesting. Marco's words seem pained. That's not in the guide. Optional oh, whoops. Oopsie! Okay, never mind. Shit. Okay, never mind. I had the wrong guide. I opened Gilbert's guide to see, like, wait a minute, did we do those things? And I went to close it, but I must have just clicked the tab and not clicked the X button, so I didn't realize, but how did you negotiate? Okay, that's right. Okay, I did the right choice this time. But I must not have clicked the X. Because I was like, this isn't in there. What the fuck has happened? And I was like, why is the game telling me but could create optional saves like it did in Gil's route? Because I didn't remember seeing that before when I first looked at it. Okay. That's the only thing. No. And that was the right choice that we made. Okay, so we're fine. That's okay. Okie dokie. Oh, fuck. And I just opened a new... Okay, I'm not doing good. I swear to God, I'm not drinking. Maybe I should. Did something happen before? Okay. Marco, did something happen before?
Yeah, when I was young as Roberto, some things happened. A girl was under the protection of the Mafia. Some events took place, and she died. It's not like I was close to that girl, but I wanted to save her. Just because she had stepped into the world a normal human shouldn't.
Into a world. Okay.
The truth is that a girl lost her life. Couldn't get over it. no matter how much time passes.
Oh my god, Marco, were you in love with her? Like Roberto's kind of in love with me? Oh my god. We need the prequel where Marco's like in love with the girl. And it's like Dante's father. I need that. Oh my god. We'll have like little Oliver. Oh my god, I need that. We need to be a different girl. We need to be that girl. Like, that would be the tragic end that then leads to this. We need a prequel. Look, the more we can get of games like this, the better. But anyway. Marco. I didn't know of such an incident. If Marco was around Roberto's age, maybe it was an incident that occurred before I was born.
Marco's like, I'm not that fucking old. I'm only 37.
I don't want to go, but... Dante. Nicola. Oh, hi. Yang. Sexy son of a bitch. All my pretty boys are in this room. I mean, Orlok's not here, but he'll bust in any minute, right? With Direttore, and then all my pretty boys will be here. Orlok is more like my precious... Like, I want to keep you around and be buddies with you and shit, but I don't want to be in a romantic relationship with you, because you're like... You're like Leo. You're too sweet. You're so precious, and I love you. Don't get me wrong, but... Stay quiet. I'm sorry, I was looking down, and then I just glanced back up and saw Direttore's beautiful face. Wait, come back! Don't leave me! I love you, Henry. Phantom of the Casino. I love him so much. You can't wear a mask like that and not be like... I mean, look. He was the Phantom of the Opera until we realized he owned the casino. Or ran the casino. Whatever. Anyway, you know he lives in the fucking basement. He's got like a fucking moat down there and like... fucking pipe organ and shit. But we know he has nothing to hide. He's not hiding a scarred face. He's hiding a beautiful face. He just doesn't... I don't want anyone to see how gorgeous I am. Why, have you seen everybody else in the Mafia in this town? They're hot, is all I'm saying. It's interesting that all these choices are like... Gil Route. Skip meanwhile story suspicion and timing, but this is new. Wait, hold on. Others. Okay, so this is not anyway. Oh, this is some dude. Okay.
Phew! Who'd have thought the boss would get arrested? I gotta drink this one out. Old man! Give me another! Hey, haven't you had too much?
Tonino?
Tonino? Gil's gonna get mad at you. But I'm worried about him. That's why I'm drinking.
One of the Visconti members sighed and hung his head. Oh, is this Direttore? I'm gonna pretend. In my head, I think it is. You sure look bummed. What happened?
Huh?
I've recently moved to Creta. I'd appreciate it if you could tell me what you think about this bar.
Yeah, sure thing.
I'm glad. Then let me buy you a drink. What do you say?
Oh, sure about that? I drink a lot.
I said a drink! Not all you can drink! Fucking look like a goddamn alcohol buffet. Ooh. I don't mind. Makes it worth my money then, right?
You're the best. All right, old man. Another. Bring me some
Campari?
and white wine.
What's Campari? And now we're Nicola. The Falzone boss. Tastes and fetishes. The Falzone boss's tastes and fetishes. Falzone family managing brothels in other provinces. Oh my god, please, Dante. Dante couldn't handle that. Dante's blushing right now. Nicola's gonna be like, have you seen it? Dante's like, blushes furiously. Like he did the night after we had sex. He was like all blushy, like embarrassed. Please. He's as goddamn fucking virginally innocent as we are right now. He really shouldn't be. I mean, like that hot. Come on. But it's adorable anyway. Nicola's the whore. You can't convince me otherwise. Anyway. Dante Falzone's mistress revealed. And the Falzone boss's tastes and fetishes. I want to read this article, though.
The Falzone family managing brothels in other provinces. What? I was drinking an espresso or reading the paper, and suddenly had a coughing fit. I like him, he's like, what? Mistress? No. This is no laughing matter. Like how Nicola's like, I shouldn't be laughing at this, but he's like, please. He was actually laughing about it. I'm assuming those are the ones that we're supposed to skip. Yeah, okay. Oh my god, that was great. It's weird that this is literally all Gil's route, and we're choosing the same shit that we chose in his route. Obviously, it's different because we didn't get certain things. You know what I mean? Like, we haven't gotten some of these side scenes, but it's extremely odd. Like, the game knows. Okay, you did Gil's route. Cool. Now we can go through Gil's route, but it's Henry's? It's weird. I mean, I guess because Gil's route has the most to do with the Falzone. You know what I mean? Like, with the money laundering thing, and that's where Henry kind of comes into play. I'm sorry, Phantom of the Casino comes into play. Henry is just there in the background. Shh, it's not the same person. We don't know that it is. But you know what I mean? So, please don't apologize. Look at how sad he looks. He's so fucking squishy. Goddamn marshmallow with his sad eyes. You with the sad eyes. Julia! Oh, Julia muttered as if she remembered something. A child who didn't like it? A child who didn't like it? When I asked the question, it seemed Leo was curious as well. I could see him lean forward. The boss? Or was it Nicola? You may not know the child, Leo. They lived in this old house a long time ago. I don't know whether they didn't like sweet things or perhaps didn't like milk. I don't know much about them. There wasn't much opportunity to converse. Oh my god, it was fucking Henry, wasn't it? I mean, the second she's like, there's a child who lived in this, it was Henry. That's where my brain was. I wanted her to finish her sentence, but we were all thinking the same fucking thing. The second was... Hold on, so this is... Hot milk to many children. Well, there was one child who didn't like it. And as soon as she's like... You may not know the child, Leo. They lived in this house a long... It was Henry. Oh my god. Henry, are you related to Dante or Nicola? Or your father just worked here, maybe? Your mother worked here? Or like... You hate them because you're the bastards... You're Dante's bastard brother? I mean, that would make you hate them, right? You're like, that could have been me, god damn it. Oh, this is gonna get good. Because you were like, why does he hate the Mafia? That's his motivation, you know? Like, we already know that he's the one behind it. We already know that shit, but I'm very curious as to what... Oh my god. Ooh, but he lived in this manor, so... At the time, I served the missus and didn't oversee the entire manor. But it's strange. I remember so vividly. They often complained about the hot milk. Julia appeared nostalgic, with a gaze that looked out into the distance. For someone who was reminiscing about old times, I felt a sense of darkness. I see you've all become friends over hot milk. And then, Nicola, oh... I mean, well, Dante's eyes are like a bluish purple. Although... Wait a minute. We can't really judge that. I was like, wait a minute. He's blonde and has purpley kind of eyes. And that's kind of the way frickin' Leo is. But then again, so is... Oh my god, Oliver, Leo, and Henry are all related. They all have like blonde hair and the purpley kind of eyes. Might be slightly different, but they're similar. You know what I mean? Anyway. Gil, you're so kind. I mean, it's definitely different because we got other extra choices in here that we didn't have. But it is weird. And it's basically the same, but I guess that's why it's locked. It's like, nope. It's technically... we're going to be skipping a lot of this because we're technically going down Gil's route again, so... Alright. I couldn't ask him to go away. I guess? I mean, it's interesting. We at least still get things to read. Like, you know what I mean? Garbage. What's this? Back to boyfriend. I bought a new roulette table the other day. And the new one is far better than I anticipated. It'll be easier to cause some mischief. On the floor of the Direttore's room was a man tied up and unable to move. A muffled voice escaped from the gag in his mouth. Now, should I keep the old one? I thought about it, but... It does take up quite a bit of room. It'll be in the way if I keep it around. But if I throw it away and find myself exposed, that wouldn't be good either. We must be sure to dispose of all of our trash properly, don't you think? I've dirtied my hands. I should go and wash them.
Okay, he's like fucking psycho and I love him so fucking much.
Yang!
Others. I love how every single one of them is reading a paper like, the fuck?
Women abused daily. Casualties rise. A former member exposes Yang of the Lao Shu. Ruthless and evil. Kills even his own men.
I think it's funny, he's like,
duh, God.
That's what's written about you, Yang.
They seem to really know you. You can't get mad, it's the truth.
And there are some lies.
Where? Where?
Yang pointed at a headline with his pipe.
The part with the women? That's a lie?
I'm not so starved of women that I attack them without their consent.
Oh, I see. You have a point there.
Everyone else is like, Dante's in his harem and like fucking Nicola's laughing like, please, that's bullshit. And Yang's like, excuse me, I get enough girls without having to fucking attack them. But about stabbing people, yes, absolutely do that.
So, Yang, what are you going to do? We can't allow these people to go free after defaming the Lao Shu, can we? Yang grinned wickedly. What is on his mind?
Oh, okay, so we're actually Lee's personality. It just says, oh, because it's others, that's why.
I couldn't figure out his intentions at all.
I just love these added bonuses of like the things where they're reading papers, defaming them and everything. It's so good. Take a gamble. Skip our story. Okay. Do. I'm assuming this is this. Yeah. Boop. Oh, right. Gil's opening his guns, and Oliver's like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" Oh, wow. It's because you look so excited, Gil. I guess you drew me in.
Oh, did I seem that giddy?
Yes, you definitely were giddy.
I see. Thanks for playing along.
Gil laughed a little awkwardly. He seemed a bit more childish than usual. He's fucking adorable playing with his guns. You're like, that's... Okay. Let's see, where are we supposed to go? I'm concerned about the Lao Shu. All right. I want to say hi to Sister Sophia. I'm sure Sister Sophia knows more about the Key Maiden than I do. Maybe I can try to get more information. Ask her. Since this concerns me, I want to know as much as I can. Sister Sophia, do you mind? I'd like to ask for as much information you can tell me about the Key Maiden. It can be anything.
I'm afraid I don't know much either. The Falzone have been very careful about the information regarding the Key Maiden. However, I do know that the preceding Key Maiden was also in Bologna as well.
I see.
Yes, and just like you, the fact that she was the Key Maiden was kept secret.
Was it you? Oh my god, are you Henry's mom? Your eyes are purple and your hair is blonde. I'm just saying. I don't know. When their eyes have like that purpley kind of color and they're all blonde, it makes me wonder. Like all the side characters, they were like, everybody looks the same.
As for her, she wasn't protected at the church, but rather at the Falzones. So the only time I had the opportunity to see her was during Sunday Mass.
Oh my god. That's Henry's mother. And also, oh my god, wait, okay. That would explain why he's so fucking pissed at the Mafia, right? She was kept at the Falzones. But the Key Maiden and the Falzone inherit... Hi, we know. Me, Dante, key maiden. I'm the gatekeeper. He's the keyhole. You know, key maiden, gatekeeper. You know, whatever. The Ghostbuster shit in there. Okay. We have to have sex to unlock the... I mean, hi. Could you... Ridiculous. I'm the key maiden. Wink, wink. I need your key to unlock my gates. You know what I'm saying? So, like, actually, I would be the gatekeeper. And he's the keymaster. That makes more sense in Ghostbusters terms. They were smarter about it than the game. But anyway, you get the point. So, the prior key maiden was probably the girl who died that Marco was talking about. Obviously, otherwise they wouldn't have thrown that in there. And then, you know what I'm saying? So, okay. We can at least figure that's probably what's going on here. But it probably wasn't Dante's mother. Wasn't the key maiden, right? Because she would have been like, oh, it was Dante's mom. She saw her before, but she was kept at the Falzone estate. You're trying to tell me that Dante's daddy pants wasn't like, oh, hey, I need to bone this chick to figure out this secret, and didn't, like, have sex with her? And then get her pregnant, maybe? And Henry's her son and might be Dante's half-brother. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe that's why he hates them so much. At any rate, I'm going to guess Henry was her son in some part. Because she lived at the manor. Henry also lived at the manor. There's something going on there. That's the best thing I can think. And it might not be that. I'm just saying, throwing it out there. Because that would be some fucked up shit. Maybe it was Nicola's dad. I don't know. Because he's got the blonde hair like Nick. I don't know. Anyway. Where is she now? Sophia looked pained, and she gripped both my hands tightly and muttered,
She is no longer with us.
Oh. I felt something move inside my heart and asked in a shaky voice, The Falzone couldn't protect her?
I don't know much about it either, but I do know one thing. The fate of the Key Maiden is far larger than I could imagine. It involves the fates of many, even those unwilling. It can even end in tragedy. Even so, by your will, you can open new doors. At least, that's what I think. Your actions can change the course of events. You may also save others. I am sure there are many things you're anxious about, but please have faith in yourself.
I could save someone. Could I possibly do such a thing?
You were given the fate of the Key Maiden. However, you can trust in your mission from the Lord. I believe he's chosen you for a reason. So be proud, and please, have faith in yourself.
Thank you, Sister Sophia. She looked at me with overflowing compassion. I nodded slowly. Wow. Intriguing. I'm telling you, she lived with the Falzone. I mean, that's the only thing I can think. She lived with the fucking Falzone. Henry lived with the Falzone. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. Julia wasn't like, oh, there was another little boy that lived here. His mom worked here. How would you, like, Julia... Oh, that's true. Julia said she only served, like, Dante's mother at the time. So she would have been Dante's mother's handmaid and blah, 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 not really involved with every other people. So she might not... But she should still... Servants? You're telling me servants in the fucking giant house like this, not everybody knows everything that's going on in everybody's fucking business? Because bullshit. I have watched enough shows where they are like... Did you know what the Mr. Oh, he's fucking her, blah, blah, blah. And oh my god, that's the master's son. And like, everybody knows fucking everything, okay? Oh. Yeah, we had plenty of fun. Are you sure? Blah, blah, blah. Let's go home. Okay.
Hold on a moment, Senor Redford. If you are done for the evening, please step this way. You haven't cashed out yet.
Cashed out?
Yes, the game from earlier. That man had bet all his chips on the last spin. The wheel of fate has turned, and Lady Luck has smiled upon you, Senor Redford. And therefore, all the chips on that table belong to you.
Don't need it. It's not my thing to bet money on a gamble.
No, we cannot have that.
The Direttore stood in front of Gil with theatrical gestures, which is why I love him. He's literally the Phantom of the Casino. His glorious long hair, his mask. Good, gallant, fantastical gestures. I love it. Here's a theater puppet I love. Okay, no, don't be like a puppet, because that's kind of creepy, actually. But anyway.
You must accept it, or we'll be troubled here at the casino. And please understand, as a man of honor, you must observe the rules.
Can't be helped. How long will it take?
Thank you, Senor Redford. With a considerable amount. I'm afraid it won't be immediate, but since it's none other than you, I shall rush them to finish as soon as possible.
I'll give you 30 minutes. Any longer, I'll be going home. I can send someone later.
No, 15 minutes should do. We'll start right away.
Oh, well, the next chapter is in some other language, so it's totally different. We're hopping routes at that point.
Got it. Space, you stay with me.
Senor Redford.
The Direttore interrupted with a respectful bow and continued with the utmost courtesy.
It's none of my business, but one thing. Having a woman accompany you when discussing money may be rather unmannerly.
I don't mind.
Oh, he mustn't. It's a matter of protecting Senor Redford's reputation.
Oh.
Senor Redford, please make your way to the cashier. In the meantime, I'll keep the Signorina company.
Yes, please! Bye, Gil. Thanks for helping me out. I'm here with him. He's pretty. Gil fell silent, and I timidly spoke up. Gil, I'll be waiting here. No, I won't. I'm getting kidnapped by Direttore, and I'm okay with this. Block me up in your cage. Take me away. Leaps into his arm. Take me away. Direttore, the exchange is over that way, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Then I can see you from here, so I think it'll be okay. The Direttore will stay with me, so I'll just wait for you to get back. After staring at me, smiling for a while, Gil nodded reluctantly.
All right. If anything happens, I'll come flying back, okay?
Thank you, Gil. Gil allowed the casino staff to guide him over to the cashier. I told Gil I would be fine, but to be honest, I was nervous to be left alone in an unfamiliar place. And I don't know much about the Direttore. This is the second time I'd seen him, and the first time I'd ever spoken to him, but his voice sounds so familiar. I'm absolutely certain, because we know how the Japanese VAs go, that he has got two different... He's got his Direttore voice, and then he's got his Henry voice, and it's going to be like, what? I know this shit. We know this shit, okay? They are just way too fucking good at what they do, most of the time. I glanced at him, but couldn't discern his expression from behind his mask. I can actually only think of this and then the one other game. I know he's probably done other things, but those are the only two that I know of, so. It's not like certain ones. Like, certain VAs, I know, you're, like, because they're my favorites, and you're like, I just know in this one character you did 5 different voices. So I'm just used to that, so you know he's probably good enough to be doing, like, 2 different fucking voices. I glanced at him, but couldn't discern his expression from behind his mask. Okay. If the casino's involved in counterfeiting, maybe the Direttore is also...
Signorina, you don't look well.
You think so?
Yes, quite certain. Being at Senor Redford's side must bring you constant worry.
I was unable to respond to his sudden words. He continued on as if he were reading a poem.
And the result of the wheel of fate depends on the axle. If the axle breaks, the story will end.
I'm trying not to let the axle break because I want to keep the story because I love you.
The word freedom is gentle to the ear, but following it may lead to unexpected defeat.
I don't understand what you mean.
I'm simply offering you my advice. I feel you're able to learn how to take care of yourself. Wouldn't that be nice?
Step away from the woman, Direttore. I don't know who's saying that.
Oh, Roberto! Roberto suddenly appeared and stepped between us as if to protect me. As he did, he glared at the Direttore. Hey, listen, Roberto. I love Direttore, okay? Me and Direttore are gonna run away together and live in the basement of the fucking casino. Direttore exaggeratedly slumped his shoulders with a heavy sigh.
How troublesome. I had promised Senor Redford that I would keep her company.
Company? Then I'll do it. You're no longer needed. Move along.
I'm sorry, you can't see his eyes, but you could see the, like, oh, in his face.
I do not feel comfortable breaking a promise with Senor Redford, but I am but a mere civilian with no power against the police. I cannot deny your request.
Direttore smiled at me and gave an elegant bow.
I shall be off, most regrettably. Good evening, Signorina.
You're like, bye, Direttore. Sebastiano. Yeah. Roberto glared at his back as he walked off and muttered, he just really hates everyone. He hates the Mafia, and you're like, this guy just runs a casino. Simmer the fuck down. Okay, we know he's like way shadier than that, but I'm just saying, as far as we actually are supposed to know her as a character, that us in the game, we don't know that he's shady, okay? Don't let your guard down around him. Him? Do you mean the Direttore? Do you know something about him? This is no ordinary casino. You're like, yeah, we figured that out, duh. Information is intentionally hidden here. There seems to be a powerful person behind them calling the shots. A powerful person? Like a government official? Who knows? But I'm fairly certain that this casino's hiding a considerable secret. Yeah, the Phantom who lives in the basement. Also, the money shit. Money laundering. The counterfeit money. I keep calling it money laundering, but it's counterfeit money, but like, whatever. I looked into the Direttore's background. His name is Sebastiano Gallier. That's not really his name is Henry, but that's okay. Born in Rome, son of the prestigious Gallier family. There's nothing suspicious about his background. However, he's the only Gallier left in the family. What do you mean? The rest of his family have either died from their mansion burning down 10 years ago, or by some other accident. Oh my fucking god. Okay. Every time they call him Sebastiano, I just can't help but think like Sebastian Blackbutler and then the mansion burned down. I'm just saying, this is like a weird alternate. You're like putting too many like too many little things that are just making me like obviously mansion burned down. That's the first thing I'm gonna think of because I've watched it too many times. But so I'm gonna guess he is the only. Okay, so we know there was a child, obviously probably Henry. Because Henry's his real name. Okay, I got it. So, Key Maiden lived with the Falzone. Could be Henry's mother. We don't know. But Henry also lived in the Falzone Manor. He's the one who didn't like hot milk. Okay. Now we're like, oh, Sebastiano Gallier is the only one who survived. Everyone died. And he took on, oh yeah, I'm Sebastiano Gallier. With someone's help in the government. Because let's be real, right? What's his face? Rosberg, right? Orlok was his son, but he was like, oh, Orlok, yeah, he's my disciple, whatever, covered up. So you don't think there's somebody else in the government out there using Henry, right? Because they're pawn. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, yep, you're Sebastiano Gallier now. You're the only one that survived. Oh my god, and he takes over the identity. He could have done it and pretended. Who knows? Or somebody helped him cover it up. You know what I mean? It could be single conspiracy or a big conspiracy, but he's pretending to be this person. Everybody else died, quote unquote. Everybody died. Sebastiano died, and Henry just took over his name. That's why he's got two different names. I'm just saying. Holy shit, this is fucking amazing. It's getting so good. Anyway. And the man's the only survivor. This is abnormal. But there must have been some kind of investigation back then. Since he's still here today, it must mean nothing came of it, right? If it was a series of unfortunate incidents, it's fine. But if it wasn't... Roberto looked very stern, and I asked, Roberto, why do you share such important information with me? Wait, hold on, I want to go back for something. So, the rest of his family either died from their mansion burning down, or by some other... Okay, yeah. So all sorts of, everyone in the family died under mysterious circumstances except for him. And he's like, he killed them all. He did. But also, Sebastiano didn't kill them. Henry somehow had involvement in I'm just saying. Because he's not really Sebastiano. Okay, we get it. He fell silent. He seemed troubled and looked away from me. I don't plan on cooperating with criminals, but you're not the Mafia. He spoke matter-of-factly, and just then, Gil returned to me.
If it isn't Roberto, making your rounds?
Don't bring her here. Roberto spat the words out at Gil and walked off without looking at his face.
Hey, what was Roberto telling you? I saw him shooting the Direttore away from Away from over there.
Roberto seems to be doing his own investigation. About the direttore. Gil casually looked around him, then gestured to me.
Let's talk about him when things calm down.
Right. We decided to leave the casino, where many ladies and gentlemen were still enjoying themselves. Okay. The direttore's like, God won't mind. Ooh, worry. All right. Okay, here we go. I love this. Ooh. Others. So someone's saying she spoke to the man in front of the casino. After exchanging grave looks throughout their conversation, the two got in their car. I don't know if we're supposed to be direttore or someone else. Watching the car drive off, I thought about it. Does she not know? Maybe I should have a conversation with her. Visconti to go under. Lavish life using civilian money. I'm assuming we're Oliver, because otherwise it would say Gilbert. Visconti to go under. Gilbert Redford under probation. Gambles daily. Lavish life using civilian money.
Damn paper's not holding back.
What a headache. Gilbert tossed the newspaper aside as I reported my findings to him. This has supposedly been published by La Gazzetta as an extra issue, but I checked with them, and they confirmed they haven't released any additional issues. The one released upon your arrest, and the one against our family, even the one against the foul zone and the louse shoe, and none were issued by La Gazzetta. Gazzetta? Gazzetta? Gazzetta. Sorry, I was reading it wrong, but whatever. And yet, someone somewhere is releasing these articles under their name. The design of the newspaper had been replicated. Most people wouldn't be able to tell that these papers weren't official. It's quite obvious these aren't real, since La Gazzetta is in Turin. Even if this town is a trade center, it makes no sense to report on the Mafia here. But the citizens were worried now. They may have thought the news was fake at the start, but after seeing it repeated, their views seem to have changed. That maybe the newspaper was right. Making matters worse was that it was published by a respected press company. Even if it's easy to fabricate lies without any truth to them, trying to prove they are lies is difficult. We're at a disadvantage, Gilbert. Oliver's voice is like not working, whatever.
Whatever it is, they want to take down the Mafia in Berlone.
Gil gave a determined smile. His eyes were filled with spirit.
We'll just have to pay our respects to this fine position spitting on our honor.
Interesting. That was how I felt. Okay. Probably going into chapter 5 now. Yeah. All right. I cannot. So this is definitely... I'm assuming this is the point where we don't... I'm going to leave it on red for a little bit, but I'm assuming because it's a different chapter, it's totally different now. So, anyway. The day after we went to the casino, Gil and I visited the church in Arca. So it was weird, because you usually only get the prologue and then, whatever, but we got the first 4 chapters we skipped through, so... Sister Sophia! Oh, my, Space. Welcome back. I came here today to ask you a favor. Do you have a moment to talk? Oh, yes, of course. We moved to another room, and I immediately got straight to the point. Sister Sophia, would you be able to lend the church to Gil to use as a meeting place? Gil was in front of the church right now. He likely assumed his presence would add unnecessary pressure to the request. I couldn't give her the details. I somehow explained what the little I could share, and Sister Sophia nodded in silence. I see. Well, here's the key to the church. You can use it at night when needed. Thank you, Sister Sophia. Well, our mission is to help those in need, after all. Surely the Lord would want the same. I verified with her what time we could use the church so we wouldn't disturb anyone. After that, Sister Sophia told me to take good care of the church and left the room. I'd better let Gil know right away. I was just about to leave the room when I suddenly noticed something outside. Isn't that... Henry? I looked out the window and down into the garden and saw a familiar figure. Oh, my beautiful Henry. It's the person who came for a walk in the morning, back when I was living here. He doesn't seem to look well. After pondering what to do, we have to save. This is our first save point. Well, let's see. No, we don't have enough room there. Well, we could, because we have to do, 6 saves? We could. We just save here and, okay. We're going to save here. Finale, that's save 1, and we'll just have to know that 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 and 6 are all below, so. All right, that's fine. I'd better check and see. I'd better check to see. Something didn't feel right. I can at least say hello. I hurriedly made my way to the garden. That's going to be a bad ending right there, come on. I breathed a sigh of relief, seeing the person still there. Excuse me? Buongiorno, have you come to pray? Yes. You don't look so good. I've just been busy, that's all. I didn't expect to see you today. Huh? I thought you were away for a while now. You were out, weren't you? Why, yes. How did you know? Did you come to see me? He's so beautiful. I know, it's like, he's so beautiful and he came to see. He's going to end up killing me, isn't he? I know how this works. He simply smiled. I decided to continue the conversation. Yes. He tilted his head, waiting for my response. I'm with the Visconti now. That just sounds like I'm with the Visconti, like I'm married to Gil. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm actually living with the Visconti now, for personal reasons. He seemed quite surprised. He knows, though. It's so funny, though, because, like, it's like, are we not supposed to know that Henry and Direttore are the same person? Or, like, we're supposed to be bamboozled at this point? Because, like, it was fucking obvious right off the bat in the beginning. You're like, Direttore's on the fucking cover, and then it's like, wait, but Henry is a secret like, it's been fucking obvious for a while. Okay? But, like, he's on the cover, for fuck's sake. It's not... But, like, he seems quite surprised. Good acting! Bravo! Oscar nomination. Like, he knows. He saw, I mean... But I guess we're supposed to, like, it's not like, oh, you know... She thinks he's surprised, or like, oh, he didn't seem, or he just looked at me casually, like, oh, okay, good for you. You know, like, he's acting surprised. He absolutely knows that. We don't know that, you know, she, in the game, doesn't know that he's Direttore, but it's just funny that they threw that in there. Like, we, as the players, are supposed to be shocked when we find out that Henry and Direttore are the same fucking person. Come on. Anyway, he seemed quite surprised. It's a long story, but when I was in trouble, Signor Redford came to rescue me. So I'm sort of helping them out now in whatever way I can. I was about to continue telling him that I wouldn't be around the church very often now, but... I decided not to continue, seeing his frown. Look how sad he looks. We broke his heart. Tell him you'll run away with him. Jesus Christ. I love him so much. He's my best boy. This was the first time I'd seen him look so irritated. I just have a feeling that they're going to do something in this route that's supposed to make me hate him, and I'm going to be like, nope, still love him. Listen! We loved Saint Germain, he was great, and then he opened his eyes and everything went fucking to hell! But we still loved him anyway. Like, stab me harder, daddy, okay? Like, whatever. We're like, whatever, I forgive you. So, like, I'm just saying, Phantom of the Casino can do whatever the fuck he wants to me. You want to lock me in a cage? I'll climb in gladly. You know, whatever. This was the first time I ever saw him so irritated. That's what it said, right? I don't know if we read that. This was the first time I'd seen him look so irritated. Did I say something I shouldn't have? The town isn't very safe recently. You have noticed that, right? Yes? Umberlone is a special place. You were raised here, so the fact that the town accepts crime may seem normal to you. But don't ever forget that the Mafia is merely a criminal organization. Signorina, I fear for you. Stepping into the world of the Mafia. Oh, he looks so angry. The glare. Oh, it's sexy. Oh, glare at me harder. What the hell? He's so pretty when he glares. He has a beautiful, sweet face, and then he looks at you angry like that, and you're like, oh.
Did I make you mad? Do I need to be punished? I might like it. Damn it, stop it! I have something wrong with me. Anyway.
It will only lead to death.
He knows that we're the Key Maiden. His mother was the Key Maiden. His mother died. Or maybe it was his sister. I don't know. I'm just saying. He was somehow related to that Key Maiden he remembers, and that's why he's so against the Mafia, and he hates them so much, but also... It would make sense. It would absolutely make sense for him to hate the Mafia so much if his mother was the Key Maiden, and then she ended up dead because of them, and then he's so angry, and then he sees us, but then he's like, I want to get her away from all this shit. But then it's like, same with Roberto, you know what I mean? It's like, Roberto at first starts off, no, I just need to keep her away. I've got to be the noble protector. And like, maybe you could have fallen in love with us, but I think Henry might actually might be a little more insane, but maybe love us? I don't know. I'm just saying. Whatever. It's very weird that they're like, pretty girl, must save her. I can kick my own ass. You know what I mean? I can kick ass for myself. She kind of can. She's sassy. Might not know how to fight, but we'll manage. He suddenly spoke in a cold demeanor. I decided to choose my words wisely. I can't just let things be. But I can't leave things be. I looked into his frowning face and shared with him my thoughts. I understand that the Mafia is very dangerous. I also know that there must be something going on in Berlin that probably doesn't bode well for the town. Which is why I fully understand what you're telling me. But that's also why I can't just leave things alone.
Are you implying that you're fine with the Mafia's criminal activities in this town?
No, not at all. Crime's never a good thing. That doesn't change under any circumstances. I know this may sound strange after what I told you, but I'm not helping in their criminal activities. If anything, I'm helping them for the town. Nothing more, nothing less. He looked into my eyes and quietly asked me a question.
Is that something you have to do?
Huh?
Think about it. You're not Mafia, and nor are you rich or have any power to speak of. You're just a normal girl. What can you do?
Hey, don't underestimate me, Henry. I'll kick your ass.
You're just entangling yourself in danger being with them, and no one will be happy.
He seemed earnest in his argument. There are things I can do. Maybe there isn't anything that I have to do myself, but there is something I can do, however insignificant. As trivial as it may be, my help might assist them with moving forward.
Why are you so intent on helping them?
I tried to think of my motive. The reason I was doing all of this was... People who have treated me well have gotten involved in something terrible. Isn't it natural for me to try and help someone in need? More so when my help could potentially help the town as well. I wasn't forced to help. I simply wanted to.
For the town or for those who benefit? Is it worth risking your life over?
I could tell he understood what I was saying, but it looked like he was in pain at my words.
Signorina, you don't understand anything. Involving yourself with the Mafia is like looking death in the face. You still don't understand how much danger you're in. I'll say it again, but there's only so much someone like you can do.
Is he worried about me? I looked into his dark, sullen eyes. Yes, you're right. I think what you're saying makes sense. He was making more sense than I did, but I understand more than anyone else that I can't make a huge impact. I don't have any special powers as his supposed Key Maiden. We looked at each other in silence. He broke the silence first.
And yet, you won't change your ways.
That's right. He smiled. I appreciate that you're telling me all this for the sake of my well-being, but I still wish to help them out. I can't turn a blind eye on something if there's a chance that I can assist them.
You're out of your mind.
He cast down his eyes in agony. It's like he's like, please don't do this. I love you and I want to protect you. You could just sweep me away and take me away.
If you say so, and do what you please, I'll stop worrying about you.
His words cut deep into my heart. I felt bad for not listening to his earnest, heartfelt concern. He quickly turned around to leave the premises. Oh, wait! I extended my arm out to stop him. Do we get a CG? Huh?
He quickly stiffened with a frown on his face. His reaction caught me by surprise. We need CGs of Henry, for fuck's sake! Why do we not have a whole Henry section of CGs? I need CGs with this man. What is it? He was looking down at me as if I were his enemy. I hesitantly asked for his name. Would you tell me your name? Please don't. You're not my enemy. I love you, Henry. Don't be angry at me. You would never see me again. It would be meaningless for you to know my name. The words he spoke were cold and heartless. Oh, Henry, you hurt me so bad. I'd really like to get your name. Because you were worried about me, so... It wasn't surprising to see someone recoil from me as soon as they discovered I was associated with the Mafia. We're over time, sorry, but this part isn't... Yeah. And yet, he had boldly tried to convince me. I really want to know who you are, especially if we don't see each other again. So, if it isn't too much trouble, I'd like to know your name. He's not going to tell you it's Sebastiano Gallier, he's going to tell you it's Henry. Hearing my earnest request, he gave a sigh. After a moment of silence, he finally spoke. Henry. Now we know his name. And with that, he quietly turned around and departed the grounds. Henry. I mumbled his name as I stood there. I'm actually like, okay. All right, we'll go a little bit longer. We'll finish this and then go back. It's like, whatever. This part's going to be long, but whatever. Oh, this is Henry then. Odd. I can't get my thoughts straight after speaking with her. Because you're in love with us and you just don't know it anyway. I mumbled his name as I stood there, watching him walk away. Okay, that was it. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to stop here and we will continue. It makes me so sad. No, Henry, don't look at me with disdain and tell me I'm never going to see you again. I love you. Anyway. Don't hurt me like this. Anyway. I'm going to go pine a little and then we'll continue in the next parts. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.